Major Western military base in Poland that was opened on the Baltic coast earlier this month and is part of a larger NATO missile shield. Well, CNN contributor Jill Doherty, a former CNN Moscow bureau chief, joins us now to look at what are the many moving parts of this story. And we'll talk about what feels like a creeping escalation, certainly, in this war in a moment. Firstly, how do you assess what happened overnight? Jill, what's the message here?
Well, depending upon what kind of a missile that is, and if it isn't an ICBM, and that would be worrying because usually ICBMs, as Nick pointed out, have a nuclear payload. Those are the big ones that go across the oceans. But whatever it was, it's very obvious that Russia is furious. And why it's furious is because of President Biden's decision to allow Ukraine to use U.S. weapons, namely ATACMS, to strike inside Russia. That Putin said a long time ago is a red line, and now it's been crossed. So the Russians are signaling, and they're really furiously signaling, that this is not going to stand, that they won't put up with it, and they're going to retaliate in some fashion. I mean, I think, Becky, there's a lot of, as they say, signaling going on. And the signaling really now is kinetic. You can see actions, being taken to send messages. But I think the timing is really important. You have President Biden leaving office in 2 months. And then you have another president, Trump, coming in who says, I'm going to end the war, as soon as I get into office. And that timing is really important. So Biden is pulling out all the stops in trying to help Ukraine. And that, of course, is having a reaction in Moscow, which we can talk about, from President Putin.